Hey, and welcome to another Tea Break Coach. Another gorgeous spring day. Look at my cup. I've even got a saucer to match, so feeling very posh. I wanted to talk today about feedback because we all say that we listen to feedback and we're happy to take it on board. But what happens in reality? Well, most of us nod, smile, and change nothing not because we don't want to improve, but because we don't actually know what to do with the feedback, how to action it. We might appreciate we need to change something or know we've got a gap, but because change is quite hard, if we don't have some quick fixes, feedback can easily go on our think about it another time list, and we all know what happens to that list of things. So this is where the 5 S's come in. It's a really simple way to turn feedback into real action, or to decide not to act, but for the right reasons. Bear with me, I've got it here. So, you've got feedback. Now what? Well, the first thing you can do is stretch. So this involves you owning its strength and appreciating that the feedback probably relates to the flip side. So some strengths come with trade-offs. So instead of fixing the downside, you lean into the upside. You do something you're really good at and you do it hard. So for example, let's say you're terrible at detail, spelling, grammar in papers, but you're brilliant at vision and great at building relationships. Well, how about building such great, strong, honest relationships that in your desire to move fast, people forgive the typos and even help you out? Because when you openly admit your gaps, sometimes people don't judge, they support you. The second one is really brutal. Just stop it. Just set a limit, find a solution. So some feedback points to some real damage. So you need to find a quick tactic to block the downside and just stop doing it. So a good example is interrupting too much. Now you just need to practice doing something every time. Something like pause, counting to 3 before jumping in, because those can be really career limiting. The next one is source. So this is about sourcing somebody to help you. If the feedback hits a genuine weakness, don't struggle alone. Find somebody great at it to help you, either personally or with tips. So if you struggle with organisation, I know I can, so find someone who nails it and ask them for help to get organised, or maybe get a virtual assistant. Share. This is about making feedback in the moment easy, making it safe for people to be honest with you right there and then. So in effect, you're sharing the challenge of your development with them. Things like asking, how could I improve that, instead of was that okay, can really mean that people are more willing to be open with you. Now finally, this is the 5th S, you can shrug. You can choose not to act. And this is because not all feedback needs action. Sometimes it's about them and not you. And this is a tricky one sometimes to navigate. But a colleague of mine, Angela Steele at People Untapped, recommended Mel Robbins at one of People Untapped's Beyond the Book sessions recently. And this book was called Let Them. And I loved it. Because sometimes you just have to let people have their opinion and think instead, okay, let them. And let me move on without dwelling on that feedback. So next time you get some feedback, say thank you, but don't just hear it. Decide what to do with it. And think about which S would help you the most. I hope that helps you today. Hope it helps someone you know. Have a brilliant day. Take care.